Hey, Dave McLaughlin, thank you. 24 years of experience in the mortgage business, and you are the go-to mortgage guy that I talk to when you want to tell it how it is. You're not afraid to just lay it out there. And so it's been one of those weeks where everyone kind of is seeing confusion in the marketplace. And I know when you're on the phone with clients like I am, we take away all that confusion because we've been around for a long time. So what did the market news, now you emailed me this information, but in your words, what did the Fed say last week about the coming weeks, and what do we see in the market?
Well, the Fed's going to keep rates low, kind of remain unchanged. Usually the bond market, which drives interest rates, doesn't like uncertainty. So with so many things uncertain, usually that's a good sign because people flock to the bond market because it's safe. So they put money there, and then that usually keeps the rates down. Today, we saw, just today, breaking news that came out with maybe Pfizer came out with that vaccine where it's 90% effective. So the stock market jumped, I think 4.5% today. So it could mean people are going to pull out of bonds and go into the stock market to, so I don't have a crystal ball, but what I can say, real estate has been driving the economy since COVID. It's been a bright spot for the economy. So hopefully the Fed and everybody's going to remain optimistic and bullish on the market, and I am too.
Excellent news, and an insight that I have from the number of leads that come in from my automation, and of course I am so virtual now, so as all the people making a decision about where do they want to live based on their relationship, based on their job, being close of course to friends and family, they're clicking on those attractive ads that I have that help them understand they're going to get a straight answer from me or anyone on my team. And I've been doing so for over 20 years, helping families move. And I know in times like this, people really want straight answers. And yet again, in the last 7 days, the straight answers for Sarasota and Manatee County, the numbers are, we had over 275 closings in the last 7 days in Sarasota County, 201 closings in Manatee County. So that hasn't slowed down. It's exactly what you just said. And 136 of those 201 closings in Manatee County were single family homes. The high price was in Waterloo. Last week, the high price was in Waterloo. This week, the high price was in Waterloo. You and I know Waterloo because it was a community that was developed before the bubble. It has a massive amount of land. It's waterfront, golf course. Their fees are really reasonable. There's a lot of condos, villas, townhomes, single family homes. There's a lot of diversity in there that gives us a great value range. And now that the bridges opened up, it's so easy to get from that side of Manatee County to the other side of what we call Bradenton River. It's actually the intercoastal, isn't it?
It really is, and that's an amazing lifestyle community. WCI always did an amazing job building those, and man, what an amazing golf course, boating, and like you said, now with the bridge being open, you can really get to the Bradenton River, Manatee River so much easier. And you always talk about jobs. And Sarasota, Manatee, with Tropicana, PGT Windows, Sun Hydraulic. There's so many, Lakewood Ranch, Live, Work, Play. There's so many jobs, which helps people afford homes, right? Because you have to have a job and have income to afford our beautiful area. And it is just that. So a lot of people think of Sarasota being just retirees and people that have already retired. But you and I see generational living now, where you have generations of families being here. And with so many great jobs, it really helps the real estate, economy.
Yes, again, because every election, you and I have been around for a long time. We know that whatever party is in or out, they all shop here. A lot of them move here. And ironically, now I have so many buyer's agents that I send that information over to so that people get immediate phone call, and they get immediate concierge service from somebody on my team. And many of them have as many years of experience and know all the islands and all the beaches and all the access points. But if it's somebody that's the first time they've come here and they're driving around and they're looking at where are the workers, well, we're not out driving around from 9 to 4. That's the retiree. We are at our office or with our client. We're now in Zoom meetings. We're not on the road, are we? We're working out early in the morning, sometimes in the dark now. And so, right, it's just like anywhere else in the United States. Those of us who are still working now, the neat thing that you and I know is that we have a fair number of folks here that get here and reboot and create a second career or a third career. And they're at it first thing in the morning, and this is a very robust economy. Now, we do have some more traffic downtown, so people who are making decisions, by the way, the high price in Sarasota County, that Waterleaf property closed at just under $2 million. It had been on the market more than a year, and it went under contract for about 70 days. So congratulations to those agents out there. The high sale in Sarasota is in a 34239 zip code. And for anybody who wants to get used to our terminology here, when we also talk about west of the trail, the Tamiami Trail, it's Tampa to Miami. It used to be the only way to get to this area. And in our neck of the woods, we'll say west of the trail, like everyone knows what that means. But west of the trail here puts you mostly in the multi-million-dollar price point when you're in the 34236 and 34239 zip code. And this particular home sold for almost $4 million right off of McClellan Parkway. So if you aren't working with a realtor who knows the neighborhood and has been here for a while, you'll never discover this neighborhood. It's secret. You really almost can't even get in there unless you know that little turn. And it gives all those homes access to the intercoastal. And this particular home is on a canal and intercoastal, which gives them what Dave and I like, safe harbor boating. So if the waves really kick up, you just pull in and you got your own personal safe harbor, don't you?
You do, man. That's a great explanation. I love that part of Sarasota. It's like a little hidden gem. And you're right, you can't get there unless you know where you're going. So, which makes it a little bit more desirable. Very desirable for somebody who doesn't, none of these homes are gated, but if you don't even really know that they're there, you're not going to tootle in there. And it's a nice area. It's within the whole biking area that those of us who live near downtown, that we bike and we get to take in the views. And those folks who are spending, $3 and $4 million, they've locked in that acre right there on the water. So that's still possible. And so in the last 30 days, we had a 0.4% increase in Sarasota County, and over the last 12 months, a 4.07% increase. This is with everything going on in our marketplace. These are very strong numbers. 4% since we've been keeping track, and since 1944 in real estate is the average. What we're looking, a smooth number in the United States. But this is not by any means an average year, and it's affected everyone on earth. So we almost don't need to say that. In Manatee County, the increase in the last 12 months was 5.1%. So their low sale was a piece of land that had a little wooden house on it at $40,000, and the low sale in Sarasota was a cute little piece of land that had a little wooden house on it that sold for $78,000. But either way you look at it, that almost, again, 500 transactions. The median price point for Sarasota is $290,000, $650,000, and for Manatee County, it's $293,000, $820,000. Very strong numbers. We were at the 260s 120, 200 days ago. So as Dave and I track along with these numbers, it does come back to the dynamic of 35 miles of beach where it's easy to boat,
have beach access and both. Now for you, you have been enjoying this lifestyle all your life. What are the other things that you would add to that, Dave?
Well, I just love being in Sarasota, Bradenton. I've been here since 1975. My family moved here from Philadelphia when I was 5. So I grew up enjoying the beaches. And I would say in 2001, when the Ritz-Carlton went into Sarasota, it kind of opened us up to the rest of the world internationally. And you started seeing more development opportunities and things of that nature. So like I said, I just think with the jobs and the beaches and the golf course and the year-round sunshine, I think the year-round temperature is like 72 degrees. It's just an amazing place to live. And when you look at the $290,000 median price point, to put it in the mortgage terms, it's about a $1,500 a month payment. $1,500 is lower than what you're going to see usually for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath rental, which is probably close to $2,000 per month. So, and then you mentioned that the price jumped about $30,000 in the last year. Well, the good news is with these low interest rates, even though the prices went up, the rates went down. So today the payment's a little bit less, even at $290 than it was last year, right, at $260. So, as the prices go up, rates remain steady. That's why I'm so optimistic on the real estate market. And it's such a great time to buy, whether it's a first home, a second home, or an investment. Even the $4 million, I just, saw where someone was putting down half of that, maybe a $2 million mortgage, instead of using all their money because they wanted to keep some money in the market. So we do loans up to $4 million when we do all loans, but we can go up to about $4 million.
Oh, this is so exciting. We are the good news channel, aren't we?
We are. But you give them the real numbers, and I just love when you give them the real numbers because you don't see that out there. So it's nice to get the facts.
Oh my goodness. And any of the professionals in our business that are posting numbers from what happened last month, everyone wants to know, based on what's going on in their life this week, what's happening this week. So if somebody wants to straight scoop and work with a terrific mortgage broker like yourself who've been around for 24 years, you know all the neighborhoods, you've seen that, done that, how do they get a hold of you? And what are you going to say to them this week about their purchase, whether it's a single family home, condo, or duplex?
What I'm going to say is, like you said eloquently early on, it doesn't matter who's in the office. People still need a roof over their head. They still need shelter. And with these low interest rates, it doesn't matter who's in the office. It's a great time to buy real estate. You mentioned the property's going up in value. So if you can lock in a price, it's like a forced savings account. You're putting your money down. You don't lose that money. It's in the home. As the home appreciates 4 to 5% a year, you end up getting that back. So the average person's in a home 5 years. If it goes up 4% per year, that's a 20% appreciation on your investment. So great time to buy, Sandra. And you can reach me. I'm happy to share my thoughts and experience. 941-724-7653.
Awesome. I appreciate you, Dave. Thank you so much. And you have
Thank you, Sandra.
I know you hit the ground running this morning. We got a busy week in front of us, and I'll see you next Monday.
I'll see you next Monday. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Good job.